Kelly, what were some of the challenges that you expected coming into this year, especially with a little bit of different makeup, losing, Izzy and Aaron over the last couple of years, and how do you think the team has grown and responded to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, having Izzy around for 5 and 6 years, Izzy and Aaron, 5 and 6 years respectively, you just had that like natural cohesion. You had that sense of everyone kind of knew where everyone else was going to be, a great relationship. And so I think we knew that this was going to be like a building process this year. And we were actually really excited about that. And we brought in some new players, some of the players that were in the program we knew would step in, and just like a combination of those things. And it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. I would say that the coachability of this team is very, very high, which makes our job really easy. And they're just eating up what we give them, and that's really all you can ask for as a coach. They play hard, they practice hard, and they're coachable. So we're just trying to continue to get better each day. I think little by little we've been doing that, and you're kind of seeing some of the results of that.
Did you have to make any stylistic changes based on the turning over of the roster, or have you pretty much kept your same MO and your same identity that you've always had here?
A little bit of changes, but not too much. I think we do have, a similar identity and style that we play, but, just year to year, we actually do that every year, no matter if it's a veteran group or a new group. We really try to assess what's our talent pool, where do our strengths lie, and then we build that out what we want to do and what we want to be like. And like I said before, I mean, this group is very dynamic in their ability to learn and grow, and that makes our job pretty easy.
You probably saw this coming with Maddie, though, over the last couple of years, how she's kind of taken the offensive baton here and run with it here this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Maddie has really embraced that role. I think she was doing it last year. You just maybe didn't hear about it as much because we had, so many big threats on the offensive end, and it was kind of a shared situation. And I think you probably don't hear about the other players now as much. You just hear about Maddie, but it still is a very shared situation. And I feel that at any moment, any of our players can step up on that offensive end. And there's so much that goes on with our offense that probably the lay person wouldn't see, that is making things happen and helping Maddie out, and then Maddie also helps them out too. So that's the only way you can be successful offensively. I mean, even the greatest teams out there, Golden State, you think Steph Curry, but obviously it's beyond that.
What's Grace brought to the table since she came over from a lot of experience, playing 3-4 years over at Penn and then joining the program here?
Yeah, absolutely. Grace has just been a real leader from day one. She's very confident. She's, the hardest worker out there, and she has really meshed well with our veterans, particularly Sammy White, and then bringing Delaney in as well. Over the winter break, she's really assimilated, and Jane Hansen. There's just great chemistry down there with that group, and then you add in 2 newcomers with Jalen and Mary Carroll, and it's been a fun group to work with. I've really enjoyed it, and they're pretty dynamic. They can do a lot of different styles and do well at it.
Coach, obviously took a bit of time to get settled in the OSU game, but eventually got into the swing of things. How important was to close off the regular season with a sound win like that?
I mean, it's so important. We knew Ohio State, even though they didn't have a lot of Big Ten wins, they're a very good team. They had a lot of athletes on their team, and it was definitely a big challenge to have a night game, such a big game that required so much energy on that Thursday night, and then turn it around practice the next morning, travel. We were pretty fatigued when we got to Columbus, and the girls were able to rest. And I think the energy was a little bit low when we started the game, but we were able to self-correct, and I was just really proud of how the girls battled through it.
And then obviously you guys have that first round bye, but after that you're going to be facing either Hopkins or Penn State. Both of those teams you guys have played in the regular season, but obviously it's not easy to play the same team twice. Are you looking to approach either team differently than when you first played them?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to take a critical eye on how we played them the first time out, and then we're also going to take a critical eye on how they've been developing, which I think both teams have been developing their games since. And I think that's probably the trap, is to think what happened last time is going to happen this time, and that's a pretty naive mindset. We have to go in trying to be the best version of ourselves, trying to get better every time we step out on the field, and part of that is knowledge of our opponent, knowledge of ourselves, and just going out there and playing as hard as we can.
Just one more question. But you guys are playing at Maryland. That's a field hockey and lacrosse field. I'm curious, has Tracy Fuchs allowed you guys to practice on Lakeside Field in preparation for that?
Yes, actually, we are practicing out there today. Tracy's a good friend of me and of the program, and when she's preparing for her championships, we give her whatever she needs, whether that's support or facilities or whatever, and she does the same for us. So great relationship we have with them, and they're able to lend a hand for sure.
Has this been everything you hoped it would be, coming over and joining the Old Lake Show this year?
It has. It's been everything I hoped and more. I think you can't look at anything on the outside and know exactly what to expect. But coming here, just the level of competition and how much fun and how much love we have for each other is something that is really special every day.
That team that I know you faced in the quarterfinals last year, a lot of the key ingredients had been together. Did you sense in coming over here that there was kind of a feeling out period for some of the new faces to adjust to each other, including you, indoctrinating yourself into the team too?
I think there's always a little bit of it's a new team every year, no matter what program it is, no matter how many people are new or have left, it's always a new team every year. But this year in particular, I think there were a lot of newcomers, and so much credit to the people who had been here the years prior, because it was just welcoming, and from the very beginning, nothing but that, and people were so excited to meet us and get to know us, so it never once felt like, oh, these are the new people and these are the people who have been here a long time. So I think it took a little bit of time to just build chemistry with each other on and off the field, but it was never a separation.
You went up against Maddie in the quarterfinals last year, and she's kind of like taken the baton from a couple of the big stars that have since left the program. Surprised you at all, especially having a defender last year and probably doing the same here in practice with what she's been able to do?
I mean, she's just amazing. I think she makes everyone level up at practice. There's never a day that goes by when you're on her and you can kind of take a moment to rest, and I think that's something that our whole team really loves, that we compete so hard every day. And I go into games, and I know a lot of us feel this way, really all of us, that we went so hard in practice and you played against the best attackers in the country, and so you're ready. And so I think that gives us a sense of preparation when you know that we've been going so hard in practice and we're playing people like our own attack and our teammates is something that's really special here.
Grace, obviously you're headed into your first ever Big Ten tournament. General thoughts on that?
I think just a lot of excitement and gratitude to be able to be here. I think that I'm still able to play lacrosse at all is really exciting to me. But as far as the team, I think we're just really excited about the position that we've put ourselves in. And I'm excited to go after it. I think this team loves to compete, as do I, and so I'm just really excited for the postseason.
Yeah, and how beneficial is it to get that first round bye?
I think it's huge. I think it's something that we have kind of been thinking about since we started Big Ten play, and now that it's here and real, it's very exciting that we get to be at home kind of one extra day to prepare, to rest up, to get ready, and I think we're really grateful that we've been able to put ourselves in that position from the season.
And then you were teammates with Nikki Miles at Penn, and you guys are teammates here, and she's really emerged, especially in these last few games. What has it been like seeing her progression here?
It's been super fun. I think for the past 6 years that we've really been playing together, we've both really loved watching each other grow and get better every day and every week. And she's someone who inspires me to work hard and to keep building. So to kind of see that really manifest on the field in a way that I know that she's been really looking to do since we've got here and since we got to Penn on the first day that we were freshmen, I think it's something that brings me a lot of joy, and I love watching her.
Madison, just what is the general mindset headed into the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, I think we're really excited. I think we're proud of ourselves for the position that we put ourselves in. I think it's going to be a really awesome opportunity just to play another opponent, and any time like you get into the Big Ten tournament, there's obviously a lot of excitement, so vibes are good for sure. Oh, yeah.
You follow up?
No.
Losing some of the key players that you did a year ago, what was the process this season like from beginning to where you are now in terms of getting adapted to a lot of the new faces and losing some of the players that you leaned on the last few years?
I think it's just another opportunity to just like meet new people. I've met all the transfers, like I met so many new people coming here, and it's just been so awesome just to get to know them, like obviously on the field, but like off the field too. And obviously like we've been building on those connections since the fall. So I think every game since the first game, we've just been getting better and better, and just having those connections on the field. Like I think we've been improving every single game, and obviously it was a lot different than last year. We had everyone come back, so it was the same thing over and over again. We didn't really have to like build much on those connections. So I think this year just like taking the time to make those connections on and off the field, and I think we've just been improving like every single game. So it's been fun.
Was there any concern or doubts in the back of your mind when you started the season with all the turnover?
No, I knew that we were going to be just fine, and I think Kelly and Scotty do a great job of just like pouring belief into us and like into the whole entire team.
Where do you think that improvement has occurred most from game one to where you are now?
Yeah, I think just like getting to know offensively, just like getting to know each other like tactically, and like know like what we like to do on the field. And obviously like we have an offense that we've been running for a long time, and just like getting those players like comfortable with what we're doing every single day, and just going up against like different types of defenses. I think now we're starting to like know exactly what we want to do against like any type of defense. So it's been fun.
Coach Kelly talked a bit about the quick turnaround between such a big Michigan game into playing at Ohio State on the road, and she said that it was a bit difficult at first. So how were you guys able to sort of recover from that into the Ohio State game?
Yeah, I think there's sometimes like you're going to be tired, you're going to be sore, but you just got to play through it and know that the other team, like they're going to come out just as hard, like they want to win just as badly as we do, and we need to know that and just like give it our all every single game. And I think Kelly really talked to us a lot about that, and it was really helpful like hearing it from her.
I think I know the answer to this, but do you pay any attention to numbers now that you're getting up there in Izzy territory?
No, I just want to play and just like have fun, and honestly I'll just do anything for the team to be successful, so whatever I have to do.
Did you, I mean, you were dangerous enough the last couple of years. Did you see yourself taking this extra step, and does it come with more responsibility too with some of the leaders that you lost?
I think having like Riley and like Nikki, like having some like older people there with me really helps me. I always love to like look up to like people older than me, so I think they've done a great job of like leadership, like ability wise, and they've helped me, and I think just like the whole entire team, and it's been fun, and I never thought I'd be in the position that I am today, so I just feel really lucky and like grateful that I get to even be playing on this stage.
How do you like the trajectory of where this team is going after, winning it all 2 years ago and coming close last year in terms of how you're building up to the point of the season where you really want to be hitting your stride?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we're peaking at the right time, and I think everyone's just been getting better every day, and this is right where we want to be right now. We want to be in this position where we are, and I'm just really excited to see what the rest of the season's going to look like, and every day has been so fun, and just like pushing each other every day, and everyone's super coachable, so it's been really awesome.